And Coach, it seemed like it was a tale of two halves. It seemed like it was a good flow in the first half. Second half, it seemed like you guys were careless with the ball. 11 turnovers out of the 15 in the second half. What was the difference between the first and the second half that you saw from your guys?
Mindset. You know, it started in the first half. You know, and it kind of bled over into the second half, and just we wasn't really good defensively. A lot of rotations was messed up. Not getting back in transition. You know, all the things we talked about doing, we didn't do a good job of tonight. You know, and so those are things we got to be sharp with every single night. And then, like I said, offensively, just taking care of the ball, having 11 turnovers in the second half. You know, which allowed them to get out in transition, get some easy baskets. But just overall, didn't play a good mental game, and we didn't do a good job with our coverages. You know, especially defensively. We were all over the place, and so you know, we just got to continue to keep getting better.
Ty, Kawhi had a second career triple-double tonight. What does it do for you guys when he's not only scoring, defending, and rebounding, but his passing is like that too? Yeah,
it was good. I mean, they were coming to fire, you know, double team, trying to get out of his hands. And he made the right pass and right decision all night. And so that's why we were able to have 33 assists. You know, him and James did a good job of distributing the ball. You know, so it's things that we've been working on offensively, just trying to get better with the double teams, with the fires. We still didn't do the fires right. You know, something we've been working on for a long time. You know, still got to be better with that. You know, we didn't execute like we're supposed to with the fires, but, you know, we just got to keep getting better.
Hey, Coach Ty, you know, you were a player once with the Lakers, and you saw what the, I guess, quote-unquote rivalry with the Clippers was back then. But to see the growth of this rivalry, you feel the energy in the crowd. I don't know if you're on Twitter or Instagram, and fan rivalry is crazy. Just what's your thoughts just on the growth of, like, the rivalry between the Lakers and the Clippers?
You know, back when I played, you know, for the Lakers, like you said, it wasn't too much of a rivalry. You know, it was just one-sided, you know, most of the time with the Lakers. And, you know, I think when CP and, well, first of all, when Elton Brand and Sam Cassell and Maggette and Cat and those guys got here, it became more of a rival. And then with CP and Blake and DeAndre and those guys were here, when Doc was here, he became more of a rival. So, but when I played early on in my career, it just wasn't the same, you know. But like I said, the Clippers organization done a great job of just continue to keep getting better, continue to keep getting better. And then when Mr. Ballmer took over, it went to a whole nother level, you know. And so, you know, we have a lot of talent on this team. You know, it's going to be, you know, back and forth. They had a great team next door, you know, and once LeBron was out, I just didn't think that, you know, we had the right mental mindset, you know, coming into the game, you know, letting our guards down and not performing at a high level, you know. And so I don't like to see that, you know, because we're better than that. But like you said, it's a rivalry now, but, you know, we know they won 17, 18 championships. So, you know, in that regard, we understand. But now in the last, you know, 10, 15 years, it's been a little different. So that's all I got to say.
Ty, you subbed PG out a couple times at the end. His left knee appeared to be wrapped. Is he all right?
He has left groin, but he had all kind of wraps on, so I don't know which one. But he has something on his knee too, but yeah.
You also decided to close with Amir. Amir's production for you in January, I believe you're shooting like 73% for the month. What has that allowed you to do with lineup combinations that maybe you weren't able to do within the, you know, the previous couple months because of what he's been able to give you?
I mean, Amir's been solid. You know, defensively been really solid. You know, making his open shots. You know, and so, you know, he made 2 big threes a night was huge for us. You know, and so just having the confidence to step up and take those big shots, and our players, you know, understand and trust him to be in those moments. And so, I mean, Amir's been great, and I love what he's doing defensively. I love what he's doing offensively, and so he's a real solid player.
Jay got my question on Amir, but, you know, five years being with the Clippers, you know, a lot of players out here, you know, have, you know, dreams of being in the NBA, and some journeys are different. You know, for Amir's sake, you know, how have you seen him, you know, throughout his whole journey, build that trust with you guys, even though he wasn't playing at the start, but and have to go through the 2 ways? Like, how can you talk to players in terms of, you know, following that footsteps and, you know, making sure you carve a role on this team and just being ready and solid throughout the whole process?
Yeah, I think hard work. You know, I think, you know, dedicated to the game. Like I said, being on a 2-way, you know, playing the G League, you know, working his way up, and then I don't know, my years running together. I think 2 years ago, you know, when he started and played a big role in that team that went 42 and 40, you know, and just being a starter, being aggressive, running pick and roll, scoring the basketball, defending. And so I've always had confidence in him, you know, but when you're playing behind PG, Kawhi, you know, Russ, and, you know, Hall of Fame players, it's tough to get on the floor at times. But I've always had confidence in him. He's put in the work every single day with Jeremy. And it's hard to work out for 2 straight years and not getting consistent minutes. And so I'm happy for Amir for all the hard work he's done and how all the hard work he continues to do. And so he's playing well. And like I said, it's a lot of trust with our players with him as well.
Just the workouts with Jeremy, like, you know, like, because if he's not playing, like, how does someone, you know, start to carve themselves a role every day, like being the first in the gym?
It's hard. It's hard. You know,
Yeah.
It's hard as a young player and knowing that you know you can help and not really getting an opportunity to really get on the floor and show what you can do. So coming to the gym every single day, you know, individual workouts, stay ready games, and to continue to do that for 2 years and being ready. And when we called up on him, you know, he's been playing lights out. You know, so I'm just happy for Amir that he's like I said, on the floor, getting consistent minutes and playing well.
Last one.
I'm sure this was a game everybody really missed Big Zoo. How do you think that Plumley and Ty did tonight, and what can they do to continue to improve in his absence?
Just play hard. You know, they're not gonna, you know, we don't expect them to block shots and the verticality and the things that Zoo brings, you know, defensively, but just playing hard, be able to compete, rebounding the basketball, setting screens, running the floor. They bring a different dynamic, you know, than Zoo does, and so all 3 of our centers are different, you know, and so, you know, it's a tough game. You know, AD's not your traditional center, so, you know, Christian Wood's not your traditional center, so they didn't really have a chance to play against a true 5, so put us at a disadvantage, but, you know, just play hard, compete, and just kind of go from there.
Thank you. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Let's get ready for Hoop Jab.